Most people think that washing their hands and face is enough, but the truth is your body hides dangerous bacteria in places you often ignore. If left uncleaned, these hidden spots can cause infections, bad odors, and even shorten your life. Taking just a few minutes each day to care for these overlooked areas can dramatically improve your health and longevity. The armpits may seem like a small and simple part of the body, but they play a major role in overall health and daily comfort, and when neglected, they can become a source of harmful bacteria, infections, and even long-term health risks. Many people underestimate how important it is to clean this area thoroughly every single day, yet the reality is that the armpits are one of the most active breeding grounds for bacteria on the human body. Sweat glands are heavily concentrated in this area, and while sweat itself is mostly odorless, it becomes the perfect food source for bacteria living on the skin. Once these microorganisms break down the sweat, they produce unpleasant odors, and over time, if this area is not properly washed, the bacteria multiply and may cause skin irritation, infections, or even compromise immune health. Washing the armpits daily may sound like a small step, but it has a powerful effect on not just hygiene, but also confidence, comfort, and longevity. When sweat and bacteria are allowed to build up under the arms, the consequences extend far beyond just body odor. Persistent bacteria can cause blocked sweat glands, which lead to painful lumps and skin infections. These infections in turn can strain the immune system, forcing it to work harder against something that could easily have been prevented with daily cleansing. Clean armpits also mean less risk of fungal growth, since the area is warm and often moist, making it a prime environment for fungus if left unwashed. Taking the time to gently but thoroughly wash this area with mild soap and water every day removes dirt, dead skin, and excess oils, keeping the skin balanced and reducing the risk of irritation or disease. This is a basic but powerful preventive health habit, one that directly impacts quality of life over time. Another overlooked benefit of cleaning the armpits daily is how it protects skin integrity. When bacteria are left unchecked, they can lead to chronic rashes, redness, and itching that break down the natural skin barrier. The skin is the body's first line of defense against harmful pathogens, and keeping it clean, especially in high-risk areas like the underarms, ensures that it remains strong and resilient. Over time, poor hygiene in this area can also contribute to conditions like dermatitis, which not only affect comfort, but also overall health. By keeping the armpits fresh and clean every day, you support your skin's ability to act as a shield for the entire body, reducing the risk of harmful microbes entering your system through compromised skin. It is also worth noting that daily armpit care supports mental and emotional well-being. Body odor, caused by the combination of sweat and bacteria, can lead to embarrassment, self-consciousness, and social anxiety. People who struggle with odor may isolate themselves or feel less confident in professional and personal situations. By simply maintaining consistent hygiene, you eliminate the root of this problem, ensuring that you feel fresh, confident, and at ease around others. Confidence is not just about how you look, but also about how you feel, and something as simple as washing the armpits every day contributes significantly to that sense of assurance. From a broader perspective, maintaining armpit cleanliness can even impact long-term health and aging. As people get older, their skin becomes thinner and more sensitive, and infections become harder to fight. A neglected armpit area can quickly turn into a source of recurring skin issues or fungal infections that take longer to heal and strain the body's resources. The feet are often taken for granted, even though they carry the weight of the body every single day, providing balance, mobility, and strength. Because they are usually enclosed in socks and shoes for long hours, they are exposed to constant sweat, pressure, and friction. This makes them one of the most vulnerable areas for bacterial and fungal buildup, yet they are often overlooked during daily hygiene routines. Many people assume that water from a shower is enough to clean them, but without proper attention, dirt, dead skin, and microbes accumulate quickly. This neglect can lead to unpleasant odor, infections, and skin irritation that not only affect comfort but also long-term health. Washing the feet daily is not just about cleanliness, it is a vital practice that protects mobility, prevents disease, and contributes to overall well-being. One of the most common problems associated with poor foot hygiene is athlete's foot, a fungal infection that thrives in warm, moist environments. When sweat and dirt collect between the toes and are left unchecked, fungus spreads, causing itching, burning, redness, and cracked skin. This condition is uncomfortable and contagious, making prevention essential. Washing the feet thoroughly each day, especially between the toes, disrupts the environment fungus needs to grow, reducing the chances of infection. In addition to fungal growth, bacteria that linger on unwashed feet can enter through tiny cuts or blisters, leading to infections that may become serious if ignored. For individuals with conditions like diabetes, this is particularly dangerous, as foot infections can escalate quickly and affect circulation and overall health. Daily washing also prevents the buildup of dead skin cells and sweat residue, which can cause calluses, rough patches, and cracked heels. These may seem minor at first, but can become painful and increase the risk of bacterial entry if left untreated. Clean and hydrated feet remain healthier, more resilient, and better able to support the body without discomfort. Proper drying after washing is equally important, as moisture trapped between the toes creates a breeding ground for fungus and bacteria. Taking a few minutes to thoroughly clean and dry the feet each day ensures that the skin stays strong and resistant to irritation. Another important benefit of foot hygiene is odor control. Foot odor develops when sweat mixes with bacteria, producing unpleasant smells that can be embarrassing and difficult to manage without consistent care. Washing away sweat and bacteria daily prevents this odor from forming, keeping feet fresh and comfortable. Beyond physical health, this has an impact on emotional well-being and confidence, allowing people to move through social and professional situations without worry. Caring for the feet also supports circulation and relaxation. Washing and gently massaging them stimulates blood flow, reduces tension, and provides relief from daily stress. This simple act promotes relaxation while also ensuring that nutrients and oxygen are delivered to the skin and muscles of the feet, supporting long-term health. As people age, circulation naturally weakens, making daily care even more important to maintain mobility and independence. Clean and healthy feet reduce the risk of complications, ensuring the ability to stay active, which directly contributes to longevity. Foot hygiene does not require complicated steps, but does require consistency. Soap, warm water, gentle cleaning, and careful drying are usually enough to protect the feet from most common problems. Over time, these small acts of care build a strong foundation for better health, preserving mobility and comfort well into older years. By paying attention to this often neglected part of the body, one not only avoids infections and odor, but also shows respect for the vital role feet play in carrying us through life. The groin area is one of the most sensitive parts of the body, and because it is warm, moist, and often covered by layers of clothing, it provides an ideal environment for bacteria and fungi to thrive if it is not cleaned properly on a daily basis. This part of the body is constantly exposed to sweat and friction, especially during physical activity, and when left unwashed, it quickly becomes a breeding ground for microorganisms that can lead to irritation, infection, and unpleasant odor. Many people overlook the importance of giving this area proper attention, but keeping it clean each day is a simple act of care that protects comfort, prevents disease, and supports overall health. One of the most common problems caused by poor hygiene in the groin is fungal infection, often referred to as jock itch. This condition occurs when sweat and heat combine with fungal growth, leading to itchy, red, and irritated patches of skin that can spread if not addressed. While it is treatable, it can also be persistent and frustrating, returning frequently if proper cleaning is not part of a routine. Daily washing with mild soap and water removes sweat, bacteria, and dirt before they have a chance to cause problems, breaking the cycle of infection and irritation. Beyond fungal issues, bacteria that collect in the groin can cause rashes, chafing, and other forms of skin breakdown that weaken the body's natural defenses. Another concern is the odor that results from neglecting this area. Because the groin is covered most of the time, sweat and bacteria remain concentrated there, producing strong smells that are difficult to control without consistent hygiene. This not only affects personal comfort, but can also impact confidence in social and intimate situations. Washing the groin thoroughly every day keeps the area fresh, reduces odor, and helps maintain a sense of self-assurance. Cleanliness in this part of the body contributes directly to emotional well-being by removing the worry and discomfort that often accompany poor hygiene. Proper groin care also plays an important role in long-term health. Infections in this area, if left untreated, can spread to surrounding regions or lead to more serious complications, especially in individuals with weakened immune systems. For men, poor hygiene can cause inflammation and irritation around the genitals, while for women, neglect may increase the risk of irritation and imbalance. Cleanliness here protects reproductive health, supports skin integrity, and ensures the body remains resilient. As people age, the risk of chronic irritation and recurring infections increases, making daily washing an even more important habit for long-term comfort and independence. Caring for the groin area is simple but must be done thoughtfully. Harsh soaps or aggressive scrubbing can irritate the sensitive skin, so using a gentle cleanser and rinsing thoroughly is best. Drying the area carefully afterward is just as important as washing because lingering moisture encourages bacterial and fungal growth. Consistency in this routine ensures that the groin remains healthy, clean, and protected. In the bigger picture, something as small as daily groin hygiene reflects a commitment to preventive care. It reduces discomfort, protects health, builds confidence, and contributes to a longer, healthier life by showing respect for the body's most vulnerable areas. ChatGPT said, the underarms are one of the most crucial areas of the body to keep clean on a daily basis because they are naturally prone to sweating, odor, and bacterial buildup. The skin in this area contains a high concentration of sweat glands, and while sweat itself is mostly odorless, it becomes unpleasant when it mixes with bacteria that thrive in the warm, moist environment of the underarms. Neglecting this area can quickly lead to strong body odor, skin irritation, and even infections, all of which not only affect physical health but also confidence and social interactions. Washing the underarms daily is a small but powerful habit that contributes to comfort, hygiene, and long-term well-being. One of the most obvious consequences of not cleaning the underarms is body odor. As sweat accumulates throughout the day, bacteria break it down, producing unpleasant smells that can linger and become difficult to manage. Daily washing with soap and water removes sweat and bacteria before they can interact, reducing odor and leaving the skin fresh. This simple routine provides immediate benefits, but also contributes to confidence in professional and social settings, as people can engage with others without the distraction or embarrassment of odor. In addition to odor, unwashed underarms are susceptible to skin irritation and infections. Sweat, deodorant residue, and dirt can clog pores, leading to rashes, bumps, or ingrown hairs, especially after shaving. When bacteria are allowed to multiply unchecked, they can cause infections that result in painful swelling or tenderness. Washing the underarms regularly clears away buildup, reduces the risk of clogged pores, and keeps the skin healthy and resilient. For people with sensitive skin, using gentle cleansers and rinsing thoroughly helps maintain balance without causing dryness or irritation. Clean underarms are also essential for overall skin health. The constant moisture in this area makes it vulnerable to fungal infections if it is not washed and dried properly. Daily hygiene prevents this by disrupting the conditions fungus needs to thrive. Over time, this habit not only prevents uncomfortable issues, but also supports the immune system by reducing the risk of recurring infections. As people age, skin becomes thinner and more delicate, making preventive hygiene even more important to protect health and independence. Another benefit of maintaining clean underarms is the psychological boost it provides. Good hygiene promotes self-respect and confidence, and something as simple as washing this area daily can have a profound effect on how one feels throughout the day. It creates a sense of freshness and readiness that carries into all aspects of life. This emotional benefit should not be underestimated, as confidence directly influences relationships, opportunities, and quality of life. Daily underarm hygiene requires little effort yet produces powerful results. A quick wash with soap, careful rinsing, and thorough drying are usually enough to keep this area healthy and fresh. By committing to this simple practice, one protects against odor, irritation, and infection while supporting both physical and emotional well-being. It is a reminder that small, consistent habits are the foundation of long-term health, and that caring for often overlooked areas of the body can make a meaningful difference in living a longer, more comfortable life. The hands are among the most used parts of the body, constantly in contact with surfaces, objects, and people throughout the day. Because of this, they carry more germs, bacteria, and viruses than most other areas, making daily washing not only a matter of personal hygiene, but also of protecting overall health. Every handshake, every doorknob touched, every surface handled adds to the collection of microorganisms on the skin, many of which can cause illness if they enter the body through the mouth, nose, or eyes. Washing the hands daily, and especially multiple times throughout the day, is one of the most effective ways to prevent infections and support longevity. It is a small action, yet its impact is immense, both for the individual and for the people they come into contact with. Neglecting hand hygiene can lead to a variety of health issues. When germs accumulate on the skin and are not washed away, they spread easily to the face, food, and other people. This can result in common illnesses such as colds, flu, or gastrointestinal infections, but also more serious conditions when dangerous bacteria or viruses are involved. Clean hands serve as the first line of defense, breaking the chain of transmission and reducing the likelihood of illness. This is particularly important for children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems, as they are more vulnerable to infections. Daily washing of the hands not only protects personal health, but also plays a role in safeguarding the health of entire communities. Another important aspect of washing the hands is maintaining skin integrity. Dirt, oils, and chemical residues can build up on the skin throughout the day, causing irritation, dryness, or allergic reactions if they are not removed. Consistent washing helps keep the skin clean and resilient, reducing the risk of small cuts or abrasions becoming infected. Endies that are regularly cleaned and cared for also age better, with fewer problems such as cracking or persistent roughness. For people who prepare food, care for children, or work in healthcare and public environments, clean hands are essential to ensure safety and well-being for others as well as themselves. Daily washing of the hands also carries psychological benefits. Clean hands bring a sense of freshness and readiness, much like starting the day with a shower. This habit reinforces discipline and mindfulness, serving as a reminder of the importance of health in everyday actions. It creates a small but powerful ritual that fosters responsibility, self-respect, and care for others. On the other hand, neglecting hand hygiene often leads to discomfort, a feeling of being unclean, or the anxiety of potentially spreading illness unknowingly. The act of washing the hands is simple, yet it is one of the most powerful preventive health measures available. Warm water, soap, and thorough scrubbing for even just 20 seconds can remove the majority of harmful microbes, significantly lowering the risk of infections. Repeating this consistently throughout the day builds a strong defense against illness while promoting long-term health. When viewed in the larger picture, hand hygiene is more than just a routine. It is a habit that reflects respect for life, for health, and for those we interact with daily. By keeping the hands clean, one not only protects themselves, but contributes to a healthier and longer life, proving that sometimes the smallest habits make the greatest difference